is Ontario Police. The fake sun. That's the people of the state gang stalking with the Ontario Police as a light source. The helicopter activity is amplified inside of the apartment, and this is where demons are stalking in the path, and they're engaging in psychological torture while 55 is maintaining amplified noise while engineer light shoots through the peephole inside of the depths of the kitchen, targeting that amplified noise inside of the kitchen. You're looking at a sex offender over 55, and the Ontario Police approve of such sexual violence, criminally contributing to public corruption, gang stalking with the people. Everyone in units 33 through 64 are going to prison. This is the same exact building where the entity had the fake sun at 7:51 in the morning. It is currently 10:57 a.m. This is documentation of criminal obstruction of justice. You're talking about a minimum of 7 years of federal prison for the elderly gang stalking here, based on the years of criminal surveillance and the impunity and malice with which they engage in it. The demon living in unit 43 that are gang stalking right here by creating activity with the police who are gang stalking uses the resources of the city that Paul Leon is going to be removed from office for. He's been engaged in domestic terrorism for 20 plus years. All right, in doing so while a sex offense is underway. This is audible activity and light activity while a fake sun rises and sets at one apartment, and this is nowhere over Alvarado Gardens, and that's recognizing the malice of the elderly gang stalkers in Ontario, California. This is P.O.C. All right, the entity is gang stalking with the plane in the sky space. It's nothing other than audible activity, saying good morning, saying God bless you, stalking in the path, and doing so while monitoring also your genitalia. They act with the same level of impunity, and doing so while, again, the people of the state are monitoring inside of the apartment building where the criminal interference with quiet enjoyment is also underway, and walking outside where you're looking at the light source that's still here after 3:30 in the afternoon, and you are witnessing that malice. All right, the ongoing inexplicable focus on me is based on the gang stalking conduct by the demon-possessed who are entirely malicious. This is Ontario PD gang stalking with the elderly in Ontario. It is currently 10:58 a.m. This is POC. You're going to look at the text that I just documented. You're going to look at the engineer light while you're on a cane, on a walker. All right, the malice when you're looking at the light source that remains stationary, and what is not a coincidence of being present while the stalkers in the Ontario Police helicopter are crossing path. Not a coincidence and not ignorant while the entity is stalking in the sky space by planes. Not a coincidence why the entity is keeping a light source and engineer light inside of the peephole coming through the apartment. So I'm going to show you this. All right, that is, again, the license and number 5WUB715. They are together exhibiting hostility, the demon-possessed that are monitoring my movements inside of the apartment while my shadow's appearing on the ceiling. And then you've got an elderly aged demon stalking in the path with the demon in unit 43. She's going to prison, and so is everybody else in units 33 through 64. All right, it is currently, again, 10:59 a.m., where the entity is maintaining a light source, and this is how you're monitoring a woman even inside of a private space, and you're looking at sex offenders over the age of 55. And going to federal prison because the entity is maintaining criminal presence in the path, and this is how criminal surveillance is underway. There's no sun over Alvarado Gardens while the ordinary gang stalkers in the city of Ontario engage in that POC with the corrupt government. This is something that Paul Leon approves of. This is something that he relies on to maintain criminal surveillance, something that Mike Lorenz is going to be removed from office for. All right, gang stalking, spending thousands of dollars every day to monitor me in planes and helicopters. That's what the city of Ontario, the corrupt government, is going to be removed from office for. And this is why sex offenders are going to prison. Okay, this is POC. Crawling around in engineer light is the pattern of conduct. Monitoring my genitalia when I'm in the bathroom, doing the same thing, pacing around in helicopters, pacing around on walkers, doing so while they're unemployed, but they're up 24/7 gang stalking. It is the POC. It is currently, again, 11 a.m.